All right, welcome to the live stream. We're talking about the Shure SM7dB. Ooh, catchy naming. So I love how they have the D as lowercase,
hmm
just like decibel. So really cool. So neat. Thank you so much for joining me on this. I
Oh, yes,
greatly
sir.
appreciate it.
I'm uh
So what we got
uh-huh.
was a stock SM7B with a built-in booster. There's really no difference in sound quality, they say. So, what did you think about what we got so far?
Okay, so Sure had been teasing that up for like a long time, and I was expecting more. With they coming up with the um like USB-C, and you able to connect it to the Motive app, right?
Hmm.
So you could do all those EQ and everything. I thought, oh, like, man, and then iPhone coming up with the USB C. So I was like, man, this is gonna be like a good combo to have. But then it was just and then have a 32-bit float also,
Uh,
because I was thinking about this mic when I was texting you yesterday with the Rode NT. Um, that probably they're gonna copy what Rode did and put that USB C inside also. So then you get a good mic, but um, you got uh, just a mic booster, which to some, I mean, it's okay. I think it's okay.
yeah, most certainly. So, when they said it was going to have the built in booster, I wasn't sure because obviously they own the, exclusive rights to the
hmm
SM7B. So, who better to make a booster for it? But then when it came out saying that you have a switch for plus 18 and then another plus 28, I was expecting more dBs. What about you?
Um, Honestly, I wasn't expecting that much of a boost for you to have that option to switch. But again, are we getting clean audio out of that also? That was what I was thinking. Adding negative 18 or the negative 28 dB to it, was it going to do anything to the noise floor on that mic? And I was expecting a quiet noise floor also. Again, I think I base everything on on this Rode microphone. So I was like, well, maybe they're doing what Rode is doing. But then I realized the reason why they did that also, because I think SE has two microphones that they had released that came out that had a booster in it. And then also,
Yeah.
like I said, the Logitech also has the booster also in it that you could turn off. You could go on a bypass if need be. So I think it's a good it's a good move on their end.
Okay. Fair enough. Now we have to get to the elephant in the room, 499 US dollars. Whoo. Uh, I wasn't sure what the price point would be, but I thought for what we got, possibly it should be
hmm
cheaper because everywhere I go, they're saying that the original may get a price reduction. So I'm like, oh, that'd be cool if you come in at
hmm
425 with this booster built in or something like that. But 499, that's not a I already have one, let me go grab another one kind of price point.
No, I think it's for someone who, hey, I'm just getting into the roadcast as a roadcaster into the Shure SM7B, and well, do I need a booster because my mixer that I'm using cannot really push that high ones. Or for someone like me that I love microphones. Like I got a wall back over here, and it's just full of microphones. So is it? Am I? Am I gonna get it? I'm contemplating, but I think 400, 499, 500, I think is reasonable. Quite a lot. Reason why I'm saying that is, if you have a audio interface that cannot push that a lot, you know, um, you need a cloud lifter or you need a dynamite, the SE dynamite, which those are like $100. So when you add it to it, depending on what you get in, but now I
True.
think most audio interfaces that come out now are able to power the SM7B. So does the price justify the product? To some may say no, some may say yes, depending on what you're looking at.
And I think it's clearly a product that if I were getting into it now, of
Hmm.
course I would want one. But not having, I already have it, so I don't really have a need for one. It I'm just on the fence, I guess. But it is seems to be geared more towards people who would just be getting on board now.
Yeah,
Or
yeah. Do I need one? Do I want one? I don't know. Would it be nice for me to have one
just to have
um,
one.
just to say I have one? And does it suck? Or just to tell, because I play a lot on Clubhouse. That's my um, um, app of choice. Because then people can hear how you sound, and the reason why they, to really justify they're getting real time sound right. Do I want to buy one just to let people know that, hey, this is, or are there any other microphones that are cheaper that's gonna give me that same output? But I'll be honest, I like it just because of the color.
Really? Okay. I was just talking with somebody earlier in my comments, and they were saying they hate that it's got the black on black stamp logo. Like, hey, it's by Shure. Did you notice that? They hate that advertising.
I like it. I like it with
I like
that
the green
black on black.
accents.
Yes, yes,
I do
yes. I
like that.
mean that would let people know. Okay, oh yeah, he's got the SM7dB, not the SM7B. But
He's
um,
better. He's a better
yeah.
podcaster. Hey, now,
Well,
now Rick on the mic makes a good point. The product doesn't really make sense. There are many decent inline preamps for less than $100. Here's one right here, the Tonor. I reviewed this, and it easily boosts this up to an acceptable range. So
yeah,
that's a
yeah,
good point.
yeah. I mean that's a good point. But um, how many times have you spoken to somebody and the only name that they know is a cloud lifter?
Yes, that's
They don't refer to
99%.
it as a inline booster or anything. They're like, hey, do I need a cloud lifter? You're like, Kodak makes one for like $79 also. Toner makes one, SC Dynamite, you got fat head. You don't really need a cloud lifter. You don't need the brand cloud lifter,
Right.
if you cannot. I mean, for the
It's like
longest, I was,
it's like Kleenex. It's
yeah,
overtaken the the
yeah.
market for the
Yeah,
brand name.
yeah, so I mean, I agree with him, but a lot of people not a lot of people may not know Toner that well to say, hey, can I trust this? So they would go for what they pretty know. But again, the 499, I think maybe give me some better EQing on that microphone too,
Little, give me a few more points on that little
Yeah,
EQ deal.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
Rick's on fire because Rick says the SM7dB would have made sense before 2020
Mm-hmm.
when most consumer interfaces had bad preamps. Sure,
Mm-hmm.
too late. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I agree with that because I did that video. It's been 20 months since I did that video where that little startup company was making those little mic boosters and they
Mm-hmm.
were
Mm-hmm.
embedding them right inside the panel in here. And I was like, that's a phenomenal idea. Sure, should acquire them and just go bang, bang. But you see, it takes a long time to steer a big ship like Sure.
Yeah, yeah,
And
uh,
that's every question I get is, can this interface, whatever the interface is, whether it's the Ceremonic, whether it is the Behringer UM2 and all this stuff. That's the first question I get is, can it drive our Shure SM7B? So companies have been actively trying to make products that can push it cleanly, and then Now Shure's like, here we go. You know, we're
But
here.
someone with an old audio interface, right, that doesn't want to um upgrade their audio interface because they love what they got, right? They got their setup and everything, and the only thing that is missing in that puzzle is having a booster in their mic that don't really care about the new and fancy stuff that is coming out right now. They might want to just switch to a microphone like that, an old trusty microphone like that, or even with the newer audio interfaces, right? Are you getting that clean? Are you getting that clean sounds, or is just a little bit of noise in it? And is having that booster that is already pre-built into that mic, is it going to justify you purchasing that also? Because some people really um, focus on that
Yeah. Yeah.
on that aspect.
And I get a lot of people in the comments when I say, hey, you spent $400 on a microphone. You might want to spend an equal amount or more on an interface, and they will push back against me hard. So I do
Hmm.
experience that where people are like, no, I want to keep my UM2 and pair it with an Electro Voice RE20. And you're like, okay. I think you should spend more, spend more on the interface personally, but that's
I
just me.
mean, it's like going to go buy a supercar and decide to park it outside. It makes no sense. So I spend money on not what, like, on the microphones, right? I mean, I got a the SM57, and that's one of my workhorses. Like, I love that microphone. Love that microphone. And would I change anything on that microphone? No. But would I change my um, mixer to get something much better? That's why I went from the Rodecaster Pro, the OG, to the Rodecaster 2, because, well, it's giving me everything that I had needed, but not per se with the mic, with the microphones. So I mean, it's just going to be on an individual basis.
Is this the mic you were referring to earlier? This is a comment from Rad that says,
Yes.
now there's also the SE Electronics DCM8,
Mm-hmm.
which is
Mm-hmm.
really good for less money. How much is
Yeah.
that? Do you remember?
Let me see.
I remember Obscure Mike's reviewing an SE Electronics mic, but I don't think I've ever used an SE Electronics
Oh,
microphone.
they're good. They're
Really?
good microphones.
Okay.
Yeah,
And do
they
you
got.
remember the Ashton Stealth that had the built-in
Um,
booster in there too? It looks like a Pringles can.
no, no, I never seen that one.
I'm
I
gonna have to
mean,
try
if
this
even
DCM8.
Um, Logitech has the Sona, or whatever they call that. Also, that also
Oh, I
has
forgot about that. Blue Sona.
yeah, the blue
Forgot all
Sona.
about that.
And you know those microphones were good. I mean, the Logitech. I said Logitech. The SE Electronics. The one that I had was the Sex one, because it's SE and then X1. But then most people call it Sex one. But that microphone was really good. Let me see now. I'm in their website.
I was just curious because I've not used them, but I've heard good things about them.
Oh no, they are really good. Especially it has in those built-in pop filters also. Has those built-in pop filters, which you don't really need a pop filter if you don't want to, or you could still put one on it.
Why
No,
do
no,
you think the SM7B became like the ubiquitous podcast and live stream microphone to begin with?
I think because of Joe Rogan. One,
Really, just one
Joe Rogan
individual
made it
pushing it.
popular.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get on that status, especially when he got uh he got monetized by Spotify, paid that big crazy amount of money,
Yeah.
and everybody just wanted that microphone. I just got that microphone because I got tired of people asking, hey, I was like, let me just see what the hype is all about. But I mean, some microphones that are equally better than this, and sometimes you pay less for those microphones.
Now, another question I had for you in this conversation is, does this now render this device, is this as important? The MVX2U, is it as important as it was when it launched?
I would say yes. I mean, it's
Just a
it's
different
got its
purpose.
yeah, it's got its purpose, right? I think I told you when it first came out, like I could see me throwing this in my bag because I travel a lot and just be one of those goofy persons at the airport with a SM7B, talking, which if anybody knows, if you travel a lot and you get a microphone in your handbag, in your carry-on bag for some rare reason, customs, either you go through customs or TSA, they always search your bag because of that microphone. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, give them a good reason to search your bag, and they see that SM7B and you be in the airport. I mean, it's gonna make you look like a pro, and some people are gonna look at you like an idiot also. But I mean, when you go into your tool chest, right? Every tool has its purpose, right? And there's gonna be a tool that you may never use, but then as time goes on, you get to pick up that tool and use it. So I don't think it's gonna be that they put that aside now, because I mean you still got your Beta 58s that you could connect that to, or
Yeah,
your
true.
57s that you could still use it with those.
I don't think they've done a good enough job of marketing this because I get comments all the time that, asking, can they plug this into the back of some other non-Shure microphone? And I'm like, of course you can. But a lot of people just aren't aware of that, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Rick on Mike says $100 FET head is more versatile. You can use it with other mics. That's a good point as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that was my favorite between the Cloud Lifter CL1 and the FET head. I preferred the FET head. I always did. But
I mean, I like the Cloud Lifter, but then the Cloud Lifter always put some um had a little bit of color to to your stuff also. So so
true.
um so the microphone that I was talking about is the Dynacaster DM, no, the DCM6 that has a built-in booster in it.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
is the DCM6 just like a step down from the 8?
Um, Let me
Because
go
I
back.
think there's 3 of them, if I'm not mistaken. I
So
think there's
so
3
they
different
had
choices.
the yeah. So they have the Dynacaster DCM8, and then the 6, and then the 3. The 3 doesn't have the booster in it. Let me see the DCM8. I don't think that don't have a booster in it. That doesn't have a booster in that one.
Okay. I thought they all did
Yeah.
for some reason, I guess.
Oh, no, that doesn't have a booster. No, I think it does. It does. It does.
Okay.
It
Okay.
does.
I
Sorry
thought
about
they
that.
all did.
Yeah, it does.
Like,
Yeah, it does. So it's the 3 alone that doesn't have the 8. I think it's just the price difference.
okay. The step up.
Yeah, yeah.
Rick Mike says this is just an excuse for Shure to put a big logo on their most popular product. See the Rode PSA1 Plus. Man,
uh,
that Rode
uh,
arm is so
yeah.
sweet until you figure out you can't get that logo off of there.
That's why I don't have one. I
I
don't
didn't
have
either.
one. Like I told you last time, I'm using a Ulanzi lower arm mic holder, and it serves its purpose like pretty awesome.
Okay. I'm still
Yeah,
on this full lame. Uh, it's like an accordion swivel boom
yeah,
arm, and
yeah.
people in my community are actively rooting for this thing to fail. They're like, "It's gonna fail on you. You better come back in 90 days and tell us if it's working still." I'm like, "You'll
Because
see
because
if
that thing looked like a tank to pull
it
off.
is a tank." I can barely move it. I'm a fairly strong individual, and I can. I'm like, come here.
I'm uh I'm packing my I'm packing my office right now. I'm heading to South Korea, which I should be having the
Nice.
movers come in sometimes November ish. So I'm just trying to start having certain things packed. So then when I get there in February, I should have everything already. But
Nice.
I'm thinking about maybe I'll get one of those and see how it survives, just to have a backup because when I go over there trying to get stuff on Amazon, it takes like 2 weeks, you
Oh
know. So
goodness.
I was like,
I'll have to figure out the time difference too. so so when
yeah.
I'm texting you, you're
Oh
asleep or
man,
something.
you ain't got to worry about you ain't got to worry about that because I mean, my family will still be texting me and people will still be texting me because sometimes I have to stay up just to communicate with people back in the States, which was never a big deal for me, you know, because I
Okay.
mean, yeah.
I'll be live streaming. I'll be eating breakfast while we're doing a live stream. Have some
uh,
cereal. What do you want to see from Shure next?
honestly, I mean, they do everything really good. So for everything I got, that is sure. I mean, from the Ionic headphones, which I really love it. The overheads are my favorite. I don't use them to edit. I only use them as my workout headphones, which they're pretty awesome. So I don't know. You know, are they gonna come out with a mixer? I don't know. You know, but I was slightly disappointed in the SM7, you know, that the new modification that it did. I was just hoping for something more like a USB, you know.
Then that price point would make a lot more sense too,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
my
yeah,
opinion. If it did one more, had one more
yeah.
feature set to it, then I'd be like, okay, that's fine.
I'm sure they're gonna be waiting for somebody to do that, you know, like because I think they, and also what I don't like about this also is like the video that you had of that local company that was doing it. I just think it could be that maybe they might have bought it from Sure. Sure might have bought it from them. Sorry, Sure might have bought it from them. But I just hate when big businesses kill small businesses. Also,
Yes,
so
crush
that
them.
that would be like if I have any con on that, you know. But hopefully, hopefully, hopefully it's Sure did it, and most people probably they might have made their money, you know, or
Yeah.
maybe they bought it from Sure and made their money. So I don't know.
I am on the lookout for the Shure. It is the clip lav. It's called. It's a lavalier, wireless lavalier that you can clip on because I want to use it for filmmaking, and I've heard about it since the beginning of the year, and it just takes these big companies forever to announce these products.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I am just hoping. That's what I hoped this announcement was going to be that clip lab. But I guess I'll continue to wait for sure.
Or maybe they come up with something better than the Rode Wireless Go Pro.
Oh wow, and that'd be hard to believe, but it'd
Yeah,
be awesome
probably.
if they could.
Yeah, man. Sure. Can you give some of us some 32-bit float for those who want it
Yeah.
on some of the microphones that they have? You know, I know some people will be like, "Oh, 32-bit float, like who really cares?" But if you do audio a lot, and especially if you're like a wedding photographer or a
Yes.
videographer, and you need
Yep.
those audios, those things really help
In
a
in
lot.
my
You know.
last, well, it's not out yet, but in my video coming up where I review the Audio Sigma Mic Hero, I do talk about bit depth. Because a
Mhm.
lot of people get confused about what it means. So just the
Yeah.
dynamic range of the audio signal. And so if you have a need for it, I don't think you have a need for it for just like this, spoken word.
Hmm.
But if you're, like you said, weddings, they can get noisy, crazy. Movie sets, definitely. Stuff like that, I
Yeah.
definitely see the interest. And then if you just have a 32-bit workflow, like I have a 24-bit workflow, I like to stay in that. So I can understand if that's part of your workflow and you just want to keep it that way. That's another good reason, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, again, like I said earlier on, it's a tool, right? And I think was it Les Miles that I had him saying this. I don't think he made it up. It says, rather be rather have it and not need it, and need it and not have it. Because
Yeah.
I mean times are changing, and you may branch off into different parts, and in your career, and probably you may need it one day.
Now I know this isn't the road live stream, but I did see their tweet the other day where they said, "What do you want in white? Do you want a duo in white? Do you want a pod mic in white?" All this stuff, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I accused them of being a subscription service. I was like, "Rode, you're not a product manufacturing service. You are a subscription service because it's every month." And in my newsletter, my free podcast monthly gear newsletter, in October, you're going to see the red grill pod mic, and I have to have that. And I don't even
Okay, so
I'm not even big into the pod mic, but I have to have it.
so we talking about what color? You know what microphone this is?
Oh, yeah, nice. I got to solo you. Hold on.
You know what microphone is. No one has this microphone, not even Rode. But check this out.
Wow, nice.
It's a pod mic, right? So I'm someone who likes opening stuff and messing around with stuff myself. So I just wanted to see what was in the I just wanted
On
to
the
see what
inside.
was in the pod mic, what the capsules were. So I decided to take it out, and later on I was like, well, let me just paint it. I got a couple of other different microphones over there that have gone through some painting and stuff like that also. So
Nice.
because I don't, if I get it and I can do it, I'd do it. But yeah, I mean that would be interesting because I mean I love this. I did love the color. It's an automotive paint that I use, but it came out pretty.
That is really sharp.
Yeah, it came out
And
pretty awesome.
Shure is allowing some paint jobs to be done. That's also going to be in the new newsletter, October newsletter.
Yeah, yeah,
So we'll
yeah.
be talking about some cool paint jobs that they're going to have available in October. I can't
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. I mean, it puts a different spice on your live stream or on your shows. Also, if you get something a little bit different.
Yeah.
I wanted to open this one, but I wasn't confident enough yet to tinkle around with it. I mean, I'm good in soldering, but I was like, I don't know yet. I'll try with the $100 ones first.
Yeah.
But
And once you
I
get
think
that
a
new
white
one, then
Yeah, I think a
you can
white
tear it apart.
roadcast. Yeah, I think a white roadcaster pro would do, or maybe the streamer X rather. Do
Oh
do
yeah.
it do on the smaller, the streamer X. Yeah.
Yeah. Rode will they will do it. They know how to make money. They print
No,
money.
we don't. To me, if I'll be honest with you, I don't want a new hardware. I rather want them to update their software and do what Mackie just did with the NDI. You
What
know,
what what did they do?
give me an NDI for
Jeez, oh
audio.
Pete.
So
How much is that gonna run?
no, so Mikey released the Mikey DLZ creator,
Mm-hmm.
and now they have an update to their software that the internet port that is on it, once you connect it to your home router or anything, now you could push audio from any device from your house, and it's not running. It's not Bluetooth or anything. It's NDI, like how you get the NDI for your video
Mm-hmm.
that you could send. If they did that on the
Wow.
DLZ, which is
Wow.
pretty awesome. But I mean, all the internet port is good on the Roadcaster right now. It's for me, it's like right now, it's connected to my internet for software updates. Give me more than that. Because I think that's so I could push more stuff out than that.
Do you think Shure will get into that roadcaster type style of device or
I
not?
I don't
I
think
can't see
so.
it. Yeah, I can't see
I
it.
can see them getting into that right now. You know, if anything, I think they already did it with their USB microphones. You know.
Right. They're trying to conquer it in software primarily.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, unless they come up with a software which is better than the
Oh
Rode
no,
X software.
they can't.
You
I
know,
don't think anybody can.
you
That's what I was
know,
hoping Tascam was gonna try, and then I saw the new update to that road software. I was like, no, don't bother.
no, Tascam.
Don't bother.
I think Tascam they're in a league of their own. You know, they got
They do
the
what they want.
yeah they got their niche and they do good at it. You
Yes,
know, but
Tascam is the Nintendo of this space.
yeah,
They just do whatever they want. Like, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I mean, Zoom tries a lot. You know, Zoom tries a lot. They got a lot of devices out there and a lot of 32-bit float devices and that they have out there. But um, it's interesting, you know. But with the way Rode is like the so I tell
Market
people Rode
leader.
is the iPhone of audio right now,
Yep.
and then the other companies are the Androids, you know, because it's taking them a while to update a lot of stuff, you know. But
Yeah.
we'll see.
Well,
When it comes out really good too, you know.
well, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap this stream up? Anything you're looking forward to for the rest of the year, or any product
For
line?
the rest of the year, I'm just looking forward for gear in terms of cheaper in prices, not cheaper in quality, and also with um, other other. It's interesting, you know. It makes filming and getting into audio podcasts. It makes life pretty easy now that everybody can do it. So I'm just interested to see what other companies will be bringing out, you know, to help um, the pro level or the beginner or the pro level consumer to come up with really good products. And maybe we might stop watching TV or listening to radios.
I love it. But yeah, so I think we kind of agree that hey, cool new product, but m- possibly not exactly what we were expecting or
Hmm.
hoping for, you know. But still cool nonetheless. Nee,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining me. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. I always enjoy conversations like this.
Yes, and we'll do it again.
All right, sir. All
So,
right. You have a good
everybody
one.
at home, thank you so much for tuning in. More reviews, and definitely join my free monthly podcast gear newsletter. Link will be in the description after we're done recording. So, thank you so much.